What's going on, guys? It is the Week 8 recap. So, kicking it off, craziest game of the week. The Walking Dead putting their record on the line against Dirty Laundry. I like to call this the Meridian Bowl. So, going into Sunday night's game, the Walking Dead needed Sunday afternoon's games, because they had all their guys playing in like morning and afternoon games. Closing out the Patriots game, Patriots get a last-minute sack, garbage time sack, and the Walking Dead went up, I think, 1 point, right? I think it was like 95.6 to 96.6. Peter texted me and was like, dude, garbage time sack, I just won. And then I start talking trash to Zach, and he gets complaining about the defensive scoring, which we'll talk about the Patriots in a second here. This morning, I get a text message from Peter. What the fuck, man? How did I lose? I reach out to CBS and I said, hey, do you guys have any record of these stat corrections? And their basic response was, no, our site is a piece of shit garbage site. So no, we don't have stat correction listed. But something happened. Someone got some points on Zach's team, and now he ends up winning by 2 points. So keep this in mind. The live preview scoring is not the final scoring. Okay, they get their final stat corrections and everything the evening of. So something happened, and now, lo and behold, the Walking Dead, instead of winning by 1 point, have now lost by 2 points. Putting both the Walking Dead and Zach's team, Dirty Laundry, at 500. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So, that was that game. Next close game, Horn Dogs putting their winning record up against Cuddy Shark. And Juju comes out big last night. So, 100 yards, 26-yard score. And Cuddy Shark wins it by 3 points. Good job, John. Both teams did a good job coaching, really. Couple of offs here. Chase Edmond gets hurt, after 13 yards. Not a whole lot you can do there. Poor John. Guy goes off last week and this week gets hurt. So we'll see if Kenyon Drake can do anything in Arizona next week. So good job there, John, winning by 3 points. And then we get into the big scores. So those were the little guys. Now we get start getting into the scores. So Bash Bros against Tons of Anarchy. And like I told you, Mark, like I told you last week, it's cake, dude. I mean, it's cakewalk. 139 to 108, ain't no thing. No big deal. Andrew texts me saying that trading away Cooper Kupp was the worst decision of his season. I have an equally bad decision that I made this year, so it's fine. We'll talk about that here in a second. So Mark wins, goes now 7-1. Man, guys, people just gotta start stopping Mark. Man, he's just gonna run away with this thing. Next game, Don't Panic going up against Mad Dogs. It's the Vegas Bowl, and two losing teams. Don't Panic gets the win, so they move to 3-5. Willie, a respectable 121 points. Well done, sir. Made the bold move to bench Tom Brady in favor of Jared Goff, and that did it for him. Aaron Rodgers is the only one. Aaron Rodgers and Barkley were the only ones of value on Anthony's team. Sadly, last week just goes off. Everyone goes off on his team. This week, only two people are actually having some value. Then we have Thunder Blender going against Habanos. And new man Eric just goes off against the veteran Habanos. Bill, your team did well. I mean, 126 points. Ain't nothing to scoff at. You had two guys on the bench that could have done some work for you. But still, man, good outing. But, dude, Eric, 167 points. I think trading you, Aaron Jones, was the worst mistake I've made this year because I thought his production was going to slow down, and it has only increased. Good God, 226 total yards, 2 touchdowns. One of them was 67 yards. That's just insane, dude. So, well done, sir. well-deserved victory there for you. And then we've got MFCEO going against Chet Casher. This is it. This was the year, Chris. The first year I've ever beat you. Oh, victory is so sweet, too. You were projected to beat me by 1 point, and luckily I pulled out a victory here. Your cash cow, Kyler Murray, did not come through, sadly. Only 10 points for that young man. That was a hard-fought victory, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to be happy with it. Thank you very much for that. So now we start looking at playoffs. If you guys got your recaps from CBS, you'll see playoff odds. Now, one thing to note, playoff odds do not take into account the fact that we are running 2 divisions. So there will be some manual manipulation based on divisions. So here's how it works. We are 5 weeks away from the start of playoffs, right? So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So 5 more weeks and then playoffs start. Everyone is still in it. Even those teams that are sitting at 2 and 6, you guys are still in it. You're only 5 games back from first place. So you still have a shot at winning. The way it works, the winners of each division will get a first round bye. Second and third place teams in each division will play each other. Then the winner will play the division winner, and then we'll go into the Super Bowls, right? So it's just like traditional, it's just like the NFL, where you've got the divisions playing each other until you get to the top of the division, and then those teams will play. So it says here, Tons of Anarchy at 7-1, myself at 6-2. We're going to be playing each other in the divisional round at some point, provided we both make the playoffs, which is projecting that we will. So take that into account, right? So when you look at the standings now, Horn Dogs and Chet Casher are battling it out at the top of the Couch Potatoes division. Walking Dead is not far behind, and everyone else is in at 3 and 5. Like, you're still in this, So you're not out of it by any means. Still to be determined who's going to sit at the top of that division. Then in the Armchair Quarterbacks division, Mark is leading at 7-1 with myself at 6-2, and then we've got 2 teams at 500, and then Habanos and Mad Dogs are still fighting for a playoff bid, right? Even though you're both 5 games back, we've got 5 weeks, so you've got a chance. Habanos, though, on a 6-game losing streak. Oh, man, Bill, that's painful. Man, 6-game losing streak. So everyone's still in it, right? No one's written off yet. We still got 5 more weeks. The trade deadline is the 26th of November, so still have some time to make some last-minute trades. I saw that Le'Veon Bell is possibly going to get traded, so who knows what that's going to look like. It could be better for him. I would imagine anything is better for him at this point. We've already had a bunch of trades in the NFL, so maybe some VFL trades are going to happen as well. Who knows? We will shut down the waiver wire, the ad drops free agency, on Sunday. Yeah. So Sunday of week 14. So you will be able to make, once the first round of the playoffs, you will be able to make your ad drops going into week 14 games. But after those games start, we're gonna stop the ad drops. So, make sure your playoff team is set going into that. Let's see, week 9. I have no idea what week 9 looks like at this point. Let's see here. What do we have for scoring preview on week 9? Yeah, I'm going up against Don't Panic. Habano's going up against Bash Bros, Mad Dogs and The Walking Dead. Oh, Tons of Anarchy and Horn Dogs. That'll be a fun game to watch. Cuddy Shark and Chet Casher. That's always a good game. They always play each other really well. And Dirty Laundry going against Thunder Blender. So, going to be some good games in week 9. I like that. So we'll see how everyone goes. Got a couple of buys this week, but man, next week, lots of teams on bye next week. That's going to be a brutal week. So make sure you check your lineups, get your waiver picks in tonight, and have a good week, guys. Talk to you later.